Hey guys, Maira here and welcome back to the channel. If you're backpacking or planning a trip, chances are you're not just staying in one country. You might start in Europe, move through Southeast Asia, or travel across regions where borders change often and plans stay flexible. In that kind of trip, mobile data isn't something you set up once and forget about. You need something that works reliably as you move around without having to buy a new SIM every few weeks. That's why having a data setup that works across multiple destinations matters so much for long-term travel. So in this video, I'm talking about Saily as an eSIM option for backpacking and extended trips and why it can make sense if you want one setup that keeps working as you cross borders instead of constantly resetting your data plan. Alright, Saily is a digital eSIM service built by Nord Security, the same team behind NordVPN. And what that really means in practice is that while Saily is focused on mobile data for travelers, there's also a strong emphasis on privacy and security included. But the bigger benefit for backpackers is how flexible the plans are. You can use country-specific plans, regional plans like Europe or Asia, or a global plan if you're moving between different parts of the world. For backpacking, there are really two Saily options that make the most sense: the regional plans or the ultra plan. Which one works better depends on how you're traveling. If you're staying within one region for a while, like Europe or Southeast Asia, regional plans are usually the simplest choice, because if you're just traveling through Europe but in different areas, the regional plan will just keep working as you cross borders, so you don't have to switch an eSIM every time. But if your trip is more open-ended and you're traveling between countries, the Ultra plan is built for that kind of travel. It works in over 120 countries, so instead of thinking about which country or region you're in, you're using one global plan that stays active as you move. Ultra includes 30 gigabytes of high-speed data every month, and after that you stay connected at slower speeds rather than being cut off. Plus, it includes extras like NordVPN access and priority support, which can be useful if you're relying on your connection while traveling. It's more of an all-in-one package for people who travel across multiple destinations. Either way, the setup is simple. You install the eSIM once through the app, and after that, it runs in the background. That way, when you arrive in a supported country, your phone connects automatically to the local network. If you need more data or want to switch plans, everything is handled inside the app without dealing with local carriers or SIM cards. And it's not just about getting you online. Saily also includes built-in security features that run quietly in the background once your eSIM is active. You get built-in tools like an ad blocker to cut down on sketchy ads, tracker blocking, and virtual location options that add an extra layer of privacy when you're using public Wi-Fi in hostels, cafés, or airports. And if you've ever connected to random Wi-Fi on the road, you know how useful that kind of protection actually is. And hey, if you're thinking about trying Saily out, I've got an extra discount for you. Just use the code GVUTech at checkout when downloading the Saily app or visiting their website. Now, when you're backpacking, cost matters just as much as convenience. You're not looking at data for a weekend trip. You're thinking in weeks or months, and small differences add up fast. With Saily, pricing depends on how you travel. Regional plans are priced based on the region you choose and how much data you need. This works well if you know you'll be in one region for a while and want to keep costs predictable. You're paying for coverage across multiple countries without buying a new plan every time you cross a border. The Ultra plan works differently. It's a monthly subscription with a fixed price that stays the same regardless of where you go within the supported countries. You get a set amount of high-speed data every month, and after that you stay connected at lower speeds instead of being cut off. For longer trips, that structure can be easier to budget around since you're not constantly buying new plans or worrying about timing expirations around travel days. The key difference is planning versus flexibility. Regional plans can be cheaper if your route is clear and you're staying put, while the Ultra trades some of that optimization for simplicity, especially if your trip is open-ended or you're moving between regions. For many backpackers, knowing their data will keep working without extra planning is worth it. But like most travel eSIMs, Saily is data only. That means you don't get a traditional phone number or standard SMS. So calls and messages run through apps like WhatsApp, Telegram, FaceTime, or similar services. I mean, most people use these apps anyways day to day, especially backpackers. So in my opinion, it's really not a big deal. But it's still something that you should know about. Another thing is your phone needs to support eSIM technology, and to be carrier unlocked. Most newer phones do, but if you're using an older device or one lock to a carrier, that's something to check before you travel. Oh, and one last thing is that speeds do depend on local partner networks. Saily connects you to partner networks in every country, so performance can vary by location. The benefit is consistency and coverage, not guaranteed identical speeds everywhere. And if you run into any issues or have questions, Saily offers 24/7 live chat support directly through the app. That's useful when you're traveling across different time zones and don't want to wait for email responses if something isn't working. To sum it all up, if you're backpacking and want mobile data that works without needing constant attention, Saily is a solid option. The setup is simple and the focus is on staying connected as you move, rather than managing data every step of the way. I've tried a lot of travel eSIMs over the years, and Saily is one I keep coming back to because it just works with that much effort. I'm not backpacking right now, but I've used their country-specific plans multiple times and have had consistently good experiences. And so if you value convenience and want a straightforward way to stay connected while traveling, Saily is worth considering. And again, if you're thinking about trying Saily out, I've got an extra discount for you. Just use the code GBUTechOutCheckout when downloading the Saily app or visiting their website. And of course, if you've got any questions about using Saily eSIM, feel free to drop those down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. I hope this helped clarify how eSIMs can actually work for long-term backpacking and extended travel. Thanks so much for watching, safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one.